Hey guys, it's Stefry from the NYC Explorer. So today I'm with Randy and my cousin Irina in the back. So we are going to be answering questions in the most New York way that we can. So you have all submitted your questions, and we are actually now in Brooklyn. So we're going to turn the camera back onto the front so you guys can actually see where we're going. So Randy, let's just get a little bit of a background from you.
All right.
So where were you born and raised?
I was born and raised in Brooklyn.
In Brooklyn? Look at these two.
I've lived in Brownsville, Bed-Stuy, but that's when I was a kid, but mostly East Flatbush.
East Flatbush. So you're like an authentic Brooklyn.
I guess you could say that, like as far as like you would think that I would look like or how I behave, but I've been told that I'm not really giving off the vibe that I'm from the hood, so.
You don't give the vibe that you're from the hood.
Nah.
So I mean, let's see if your questions are hood.
Okay.
Or not.
Okay.
So Irina, what's the first question?
Okay, so the first question would be, where do you like to go to clear your mind?
Well, personally, I get outside, go to like the biggest park I can find. I like to go to Prospect Park, but you know, I just walk around the hood, walk around the block. Don't nobody bother me. So.
I mean, you're a big guy, so I'm pretty sure
you'll
nobody will bother you.
I mean, the biggest problem I have is the boys. So I mean, they don't bother me, but you know, that's what I worry about sometimes.
Oh, they be hollering at you?
No.
The boys, you mean the cops, right?
Yeah, that's the
okay.
cops.
What are you talking about?
Okay, y'all not New Yorkers.
No, that's not good shit. Cause I'm like,
the boys is all of the tri-state area.
Nah, I know Popo. I don't know the
boys.
The boys.
So, I say the best place to clear my head is actually in Riverside Park on 96th Street. You just walk it all the way down.
I've been to Riverside Park,
and it's actually gorgeous.
It's mad work to walk around Riverside Park.
It is kind of mad work, but it's cool.
For a spot in the city, y'all got too many hills in one park. I ain't nobody got time for that.
I mean, and then the Bronx is like the worst because the Bronx has hills everywhere.
That's why I don't go there.
Okay, so next question, I guess.
Okay, best place for coffee?
Starbucks, pretty much. Anything that you can get some ice in it. I don't know. I don't drink hot coffee, so I don't really, you know.
I have to be like in the mood for warm coffee. Usually, it's always cold coffee. I always
have iced coffee.
But you know what? I've been getting my coffee from Dunkin' Donuts mostly. So
yeah, that's what I said, Dunkin' Donuts. But I think they wanted to kind of know like the most authentic place to actually get New York City coffee.
I guess any place with a really high price tag on it.
That's true. I mean, there is like a coffee place that like makes their own coffee and all that stuff in some parts of New York City.
Yeah.
I just don't know where.
Yeah. If you're not paying $10 for your coffee, you're not doing it right.
So, okay, what's the next question?
Okay, best place to buy flowers or plants?
1-800-flower.com.
So pretty much they don't know the city like I do. Pretty much you can go to the flower district, but it's gonna cost you. It's kind of like between like 24th Street up to like 30th Street.
Yeah, but you have to go over there with 1-800-Flowers. That shit get delivered to your house.
Yeah, most New Yorkers got a job. I got time to go walking through the park to find some flowers.
It's not a park. I mean, if you go to the park and just take some flowers from the
well, I mean, if she don't want dandelions and sunflowers, I don't know what to tell her.
So 1-800-Flowers it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Why do you live in a rat hole?
Why do I live in a rat hole? Okay, let's stop that for a second. I don't live in a rat hole. For what? Alright? I live on a decent street. So don't think just because you see things on movies and stuff that everything in Brooklyn is trash. It's not. It's not really. Come on, man.
The thing is that, you know, in the 80s, it was really like scary to live here.
Yeah, but nobody made a movie about how it is to live here in Brooklyn now. Like,
Exactly. Now it's like everything is all cleaned up.
yeah, I
and it's prettier.
mean, the only time you see any kind of living environment is in movies when what? The Avengers are in Manhattan. You don't ever see anybody really walking down the streets of Manhattan. And even if you even watch some of those court case TV shows, they usually pick the nicest locations to see somebody get murdered, and it's just like
It's true.
you're like, oh my gosh, she lives on the Upper West Side. That neighborhood is beautiful.
That is true. That
They don't
is true.
ever
Like,
show you the true Brooklyn. They don't ever show you that.
I mean, but Brooklyn has just been getting.
But Brooklyn is coming up though.
It is coming up on rent.
That's true. Ain't nobody said that it was cheap to live in New York City. If somebody told you it was cheap to live in New York City, they lied. Okay?
Yeah.
So that's what we were talking about earlier. Pretty much one of the questions was, how much money do I have to make in a month to have a decent
living
living in New York City?
If you want to have a decent living in New York City, I'm hoping that you bring in at least $4,000 home a month.
I said
at
five.
least.
Yeah, so we said
At
5.
After
least.
taxes, you
that's
got
what
like
you,
3.
That's what you not going out and turning up and getting lit. That's just you staying home with your Netflix and you just eating your
Netflix and
pizza. Not even Netflix and chill, because like nowadays you need to bring wine to Shorty house. You can't just be showing up with nothing. Like, come on.
Nah, I will stay in my house and have
Like,
some
yeah,
chill.
you have to be making at least. I mean, you can come on cheaper, but it's gonna be harder for you to find things.
Yeah.
If you coming home with at least 4,000 a month, then you can make it work, because your rent, you could find the cheapest is maybe $1,500 for a single bed or 1-bedroom apartment. But that's like mid-range. It's not the lowest you can find.
And that's in Brooklyn, $1,500.
That's in Brooklyn, and
Yeah.
that's not the lowest you can find, and that's not the cheapest you can. I mean, not the cheapest you can find, and not the most expensive you can find.
So I said that the cheapest borough right now to live in is actually Staten Island, because a 1-bedroom over there costs about $1,100.
I'm about to move.
1,070.
I'm about to move.
Staten Island is literally just a collection of people from Jersey and Brooklyn.
I'm about to get on a boat and just paddle my way across that bitch.
And the funny thing is that now a studio in the Bronx is $1,200.
Get out. And the Bronx
In
used to
the
be the cheap
Bronx,
spot, son.
the cheapest spot was the Bronx. Now it's like it's getting.
And I found out why the rent in Brooklyn is going up so much.
Like white people.
Because not even the white people. I love white people. They can come through my hood anytime. But I walked like 3 blocks left one day and I saw a Starbucks. I was like, what the fuck?
So you're claiming the increase in rent on Starbucks?
Yes, the property value is going up. Goddamn, these goddamn $10 cups of coffee right around the corner. I got time for that. Try to shoot.
All right, this question is gonna be for Randy, because I am a married woman, so I can get married to anyone, obviously. Can somebody marry me so I can live in Brooklyn?
Ooh.
And I know she's Irish.
If you cute, I'm with it. I will grind for you, girl. You know, you just gotta be faithful. That's all I'm asking for.
She
You
just
know?
wants to come to
She just
Brooklyn.
wants a visa.
Oh, she just wants a visa? No. I'm thinking a
I
relationship.
mean, I'm
type
pretty
of
sure
thing.
maybe she would get on with the same. She would get on board with everything if she knew.
What
like,
you talking about on board? I need clear cut written
get
down.
on board with everything.
Listen, I'm about to hit her with a 50 Shades of Grey contracts.
Well, damn.
Oh Lord Jesus, this has gone from G to
This is on YouTube. There's no rating here, buddy. you gotta log in before you watch this video.
So yeah, you know what I'm gonna have to put in the advisory before the video
Adult
starts.
content.
Okay, what's the next question?
So, can you ship me a pizza and some bagels?
You don't want us to do that, because by the time it gets to you wherever you are, it's gonna be stale, nasty, and cold.
And you're gonna be like, New York pizza sucks.
Nah, I know, right? You need to get it fresh out the oven, man.
You
There's
imagine?
nothing-
Maybe we should start like a delivery system.
Nah, if we do that,
maybe do like a frozen New York pizza.
No, it's not the same because you know you can't microwave. You know you can't microwave.
What if I can't cook and I don't know anything about baking?
I didn't think you wanted to put that I couldn't cook on YouTube because now.
No, but I said earlier I can cook though.
You said earlier you can't cook, so you
can.
You can't. She can't cook.
Oh, what if they can't cook? Well.
The funny thing is,
you better go to
I only
the supermarket and get some
on
of those
very, very rare occasions cook.
Oh, your cousin's out with you, man.
Obviously, she don't live with me, so how would
she said you don't come around. How would you know?
I'm always around her. Alright, so best Broadway show. I've never been to a Broadway show, so I can't.
I've never been to a Broadway show, but I have been told.
I've been told. The funny thing is, New Yorkers don't go to Broadway shows.
That's because you know what it is.
It's expensive.
It's not even that it's expensive. It's just that we think that we live here, so we're gonna always have time to go when we really want to.
Exactly, that's true.
You see what I'm saying? So when people come from out of town, they be like, "Oh, let's go do something that New Yorkers do." No, we don't go to the Broadway shows. Unfortunately, where you want to see us New Yorkers, we in the subway going someplace. That's where we at. Okay.
The Broadway shows is like just to go to like to like freaking Lion King.
Yeah, and I've been told
it's
that
like
the Lion King
$130 just for like the back.
That's true.
Like all the way in the back.
But I've been told by my brother
my account is set up.
That the way my account is. I don't think you want to get Kevin Hart on here like.
The funny thing is, I watched Kevin Hart when I was in college. He came to my college. Which was in the Boondocks. I was like upstate New York, 5 hours away from here. So he actually came, which we were all surprised that he actually came. So I seen him. I can cross that off my bucket list.
I don't want to meet Kevin Hart and be taller than him.
He's shorter than me. He's shorter than me.
Like in my mind, he's a big person. You know?
Yeah, he is not.
Like, I mean, I know he's short, but in my mind, Kevin Hart is this big person, and I guess it's just that I find Kevin Hart so damn funny. Like I be trying to remember any opportunity that I get to drop a Kevin Hart line, I do it. I'm telling you. And I don't get, like, some people don't find him funny. I'm like, why are you not laughing?
I feel like he's a bit overrated. Like I feel like his stand-up is better than him being in a movie.
I like seeing him in movies.
Obviously, he's a little bit more reversed.
I want to see Kevin Hart in an action movie.
He's been in an action movie.
No. I want to see him as the badass in the action movie.
I don't think he can play the badass.
Yes, he can, as long as he do it right. Because I feel like everybody going to be like, okay, he's supposed to be the badass, but he's short. And then he whips somebody's ass, and they be like, okay, he's short, but he's a badass. Like,
nah, I don't think it works like that.
Kevin Hart, if you see this, I believe in you.
I believe in you?
What was the movie he was in when he walked into the place and the one with the Ice Cube when he was Undercover Brothers and he had to fake like he was a bad guy. I was so with it. I thought he was about to like pistol whip somebody, son. I was like, yes, Kevin, get it. Shut up all down by yourself. But then he did the. Yeah,
he's not my favorite.
He let me down.
I think one of my favorite comedians is Louis C.K. And Fluffy.
Oh, Fluffy!
Fluffy is my
Fluffy
boo.
Is funny.
Like he is my boo.
Because he's Spanish?
Nah, because he's funny.
Yeah, he's funny. He's funny.
And you can relate to him.
Yo,
I'm a Fluffy girl too.
I love watching him, son. It is too much.
Alright,
funny.
we need to go to the next question.
Yeah, we need to go to the next question.
Favorite New York City food spot everywhere.
Oh wow. I mean,
everywhere.
Other than the basic ones like Chipotle and
but that's not really authentic New York City.
You're right. You gotta find like a one restaurant type deal.
I would say City Island. City Island is where it's at.
Oh, yeah.
City Island. That's like for people that love seafood and stuff like that. Yeah. I mean, me, I don't eat shellfish. I don't eat.
Then you're missing out on life.
No, I'm not. I'm not. I'm really not.
You are being.
Bad man don't yam swine and all of them things. My cousin is let's watch this video and he's gonna laugh at me. Bad man don't yam swine.
No, I feel like seriously, like if you're into seafood, then I say City Island is like one of the authentic places of New York where you can find New England in New York City.
But that's the next thing. You know what's crazy is you'll walk around like 800 restaurants and every one of them will say authentic restaurant and the best in New York. So it's just like, which is it? Like, what am I really doing here? I feel like if you want anything that's authentic, you first have to find out what country it originated from, and then find that spot in New York City. Like if you like Thai food, you need to go to like the Thai district or wherever it's at in the city or Brooklyn.
There's a restaurant called Spice.
Yeah, that Spice is nice, but Spice menu, I've been to Spice a couple of times and I ran through their menu, and because I don't eat pork or like, you know, all that stuff, it's hard for me to suggest Spice because what do they have? They have chicken and that's it. Like, you know,
they have chicken and that's it.
Like, so I mean, like if you want me to give you in a restaurant, it has to cover all the major meats or foods that people eat, like shrimp.
Food.
Yeah, because like a lot of the times you go to these places and they have some of the best looking stuff on their menu, and then you look at it and it's like, okay, there's pork in it. I don't eat pork. You see what I'm saying? So now I can't have that. But why I gotta be punished? Like, what did I do? I'm coming here to eat something delicious, and you can't even serve it without pork. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
So I feel like the best restaurant to go to as far as variety, it's probably sound a little played out, but like maybe BBQs, because BBQs got a wide variety of things. And let's be real, don't nobody turn down the extra shot in the Texas drinks.
Oh damn, I wasn't supposed to turn here.
And the Hennessy wings.
Oh, y'all about to see her catch a ticket.
Alright, next question. How can you work in NYC? By applying and going on interviews.
How can you work? I mean, that's a weird question.
I think they meant like what is the qualifications to work, but it's like whatever you're qualified.
Okay, so since it was a broad question, I'm just gonna tell you right now, like the biggest problem you're gonna have with finding a job in New York City when you apply and go to them is them telling you that you don't have enough experience. What I suggest in that, you lie.
You just lie.
If you've been trained, at least say you've had a year of it. Because I'm going to tell you right now, these people who do this every day, they're going to have the up on you. But, I mean, like, considering the fact that if you go to school for something, I would
not even that. Now you could go to school for like the best thing in the world, and you still
come back and say you don't have enough experience. That's why I'm telling you to lie. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you. Lie. Like,
I'm not gonna lie to you, but
don't lie about something you can't do. Like, don't say you can type 60 words per minute when you can't, because they got this new thing where they test you now. Okay, they'll sit you in a room with a computer and they will gauge how fast you can type. If they ask you if you can do something and you've done it once and you feel like you can do it again proficiently, then lie. Sure, why not? Because at the end of the day, once you sign that W-2 for, you're in there, boo-boo. Like, there's nothing they can really do.
True.
You're going to have to mess up real good. Like, and if you know you can't do it that well, don't go home and get lit and watch YouTube and Netflix. You practice what you say.
Well, you're going to have to lie on that resume to make that $4,000 a month.
Yeah, you're going to have to put something on that resume that might not be accurate.
I'm going to take your advice. I'm going to have to update my resume.
I got you. All right, I'm going to tell you when and where to lie.
What is this guy for?
Best restaurant or bar with a view, 8-year-old friendly.
Oh, wow.
I don't feel like a bar is appropriate because a bar is never 8-year-old friendly.
8-year-old
lounge. I feel like you can still drink and all that stuff with your kids there.
I feel like that's all.
Probably like during the daytime, the lounges become.
I want the ladies to hear this part, so I'm going to say I don't have no kids. So I don't know the answer to that question. But like, if you want a bar or a location, I would just tell you to stick to the basic stuff like BBQs and stuff. I mean, they got a drink as long as they got a bar and they got a decent menu. Listen, if they got a kids menu and they got a bar or whatever, listen, you asking for too much.
Something like
you asking for too much.
Like a rooftop,
like a rooftop.
That's like you asking for a New York apartment that's cheap and it got closet space. You asking for too much. You asking for too much.
I never been to.
Why are these people?
You can get 2 out of 3. You can pick which 2 out of 3 you can get. Like, you can't have all of it though.
I feel like there is, lounges and bars that does have, the view
of the street.
And a view of the city. But the thing is, I don't think they're, kid friendly. I think
they're not gonna be kid friendly.
They're gonna look at you like but I'm pretty sure that he's talking about like also restaurants that have a view. Yeah. And there's like there's a restaurant on the top of the Rock But there isn't one in the Empire State Building.
I feel like the earlier in the day you go, the more kid friendly they'll be.
Yeah, because at night they turn into like a bar slash.
But you'll be judged for ordering like some gin and juice on the rocks at like 12 o'clock in the day. You'll be judged.
That is true.
Like, he drinks this early in the morning.
It's whatever, you know, it's 5 o'clock somewhere.
Not in the city.
So, another question is, how much is your rent?
Oh God.
My rent is $8.99 and 6 cents.
Listen.
Damn, she even put it down to the fucking cent.
Listen, I owe my landlord piece more in my liver, alright?
Right?
he got a liver and an arm coming to him next month.
But I live in a studio, but I've been there for almost 5 years. So
yeah, your studio will cost like double that right now.
When I move out, it will be like $1,300. That's what they trying to kick me out.
I mean, at the end of the day, if they really want to know how much an apartment is, they can go to Craigslist, and they can look at all those apartment apps. But usually those apartment apps are pretty expensive apartment listings on there. So, you know, anywhere between that.
Don't judge. Okay. So, the other question was, because she kind of she made a statement of she wants to leave the city.
Okay.
So if you had to leave the city,
where would you go?
Where would you go?
Wow. I mean, I don't even know what to tell them. Like, that's all I know, really.
That's all I know.
I mean,
it's so cheap. It is not even fun.
I feel like as soon as you get out of the tri-state area,
be bored.
You're gonna be bored with. I mean, you can be in the city and be bored, but you can go out into the wilderness and be bored too. Like Long Island.
The thing is, like, if you are bored in the city, you're not doing something right.
I mean, like, you know, some people don't like to go out and club all the time. Like,
and the thing is, there's more to do than just clubbing. There's museums, there's culture, there's history, there's architecture, there's restaurants, there's freaking desserts.
I'm sorry, some people not as deep as you are, so you.
Some people, I know, some people are just plain level, you know.
Like, I'm gonna tell you, if you live in the city and you're bored, the first thing you need to do is go out, get a gym membership, and go to the gym. Even if you don't go hardcore, you need to go to the gym because you're going to put yourself in a position to meet people, to have conversations, and find places to go. But back to the question at hand. If I was to move someplace, I mean, I would move to Long Island, and I guess the further out, the better.
That's kind of still New York.
I mean, I guess.
Like any other state besides
Well, I lived
New York.
in Virginia for 2 years, so I'd probably move back to Virginia.
How
Virginia
was it?
Beach. It was nice. I'd like to raise kids out there.
In Virginia Beach?
Yeah.
Girls, he's looking to have a family, so.
So, whoever's ready. Maybe the Irish girl that wants to move to Brooklyn.
Give him a kid and you have your visa as soon as possible.
So, I feel like that, like, I will move to California. She said Pennsylvania because she's cheap.
It's half of what I'm paying, man.
It's true. It's like
I could get a whole house.
But the cost of living is cheaper, but maybe the income you're getting is going to be lower.
No, there's not a lot of jobs available actually.
I mean, they're not available. Like, the prices, you're going to get paid less maybe for the same job you would do.
Yeah, it is true. You will get paid less anywhere outside the city, obviously. But who knows?
Okay, last question.
Last question.
Yeah.
I need to send some more.
Best place for dinner.
Ooh.
My mother's house.
Your mother's house? Wait, what's she cooking?
I know, right?
She's cooking today.
Wait. I love me some beans and rice.
Yeah, I will kind of say that she is good with making rice, and she makes pastelón. Pastelón is like
pastelón is a lasagna, but instead of pasta, it's a sweet plantain.
The way y'all saying this food makes me hungry. And I just ate. Like, I can still taste my breakfast, and y'all making me hungry again. Like,
at 8 in the morning.
Pasta alone and plantain. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Alright, so we are nearing to where we need to be. So now we gotta start looking for parking. Not a game. So, alright guys, it was fun to talk to you all. Well, to you too. Not all. And enjoy your day. I hope you liked the video. If you do, subscribe and also follow us. Have a good day.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.